Hello, my darling, and welcome to another day, another perimenopause symptom. Today, we're talking about symptom number 6 on my free tracker and checklist, which is increased clumsiness. Don't worry, I've got you on this one. If you haven't already got a copy of the tracker and checklist, you can download one by clicking on the link in the comments and the description below. Did you think it was just you? Because it's one of those ones where it's not something that people necessarily talk about, but I promise you, it is actually really, really common. So you may have noticed that you're dropping things more often, tripping over absolutely nothing. For me, I'm ADHD anyway, which doesn't help, but bumping into door frames in my own home. So it's not like I wasn't aware that there was a door frame there, but I just, doors that I've walked through thousands of times, just suddenly walking into the door frame. So if that sounds like you, welcome to symptom number 6 in our beloved series of perimenopause symptoms, increased clumsiness. And before you ask, it's not that you just suddenly become uncoordinated or that you've lost control of your body. There is a hormonal reason for it, obviously, as this whole series is about mainly, but it's actually more common than you probably realize. So what does it feel like? It feels like knocking over cups or glasses when they're just literally next to you, stubbing your toes or bumping your hips on furniture. If you wake up in the morning and go, what's that bruise from? We'll talk about why you bruise more often later on in the series. Tripping over things or misjudging steps, that's another one. Feeling less steady on your feet, which makes you feel very vulnerable, by the way. It's not as funny, not that any of them particularly funny, but that one makes you feel very vulnerable and you misjudge your step. And it's finding that your fine motor skills like buttoning shirts or typing just a little bit less precise. I know it's frustrating and at times it can be a tad embarrassing, especially if you've always been like massively coordinated. I mean, I played a lot of tennis, hockey, boxing, so I found it a little bit, because hand-eye coordination has always been one of my top things. But it's not a sign that you're getting old or losing it. It's your body adapting to the changes in your brain and your hormones. So why does it happen? Well, let's look at the biology and the neuroscience behind it. There's a hormonal change affecting your cerebellum, okay? So it's part of your brain that affects your balance, coordination, and motor control. Estrogen affects the neural pathways in this area. So when estrogen levels fluctuate or drop, communication between brain and muscle can just slow down. And it's that slight slowdown that just causes, it's ever so slight. I mean, I promise you it's ever so slight, but it's just enough to cause slight, very small slips and bumps, okay? Or the proprioception changes. That's your body's ability to sense its position in space. Low estrogen and changes in neurotransmitters like dopamine can affect how quickly your brain processes where your limbs are, leading to just misjudging, again, distances or movements. You will also have slower reaction times. So hormonal shifts can also impact nerve conduction speed, meaning your body is just a fraction slower to respond. And it's that fraction is just enough to make you trip, drop, or bump more often. And bearing in mind that there are massive other contributing factors like poor sleep, if you've been having night sweats, or just you've had cortisol spikes at 1 a.m, or you've been going for a pee in the middle of the night, those kind of things. Brain fog, reduced concentration that we've been talking about, or even changes in vision. Like, right, we've all suddenly had to start wearing, well, most of us have had to start wearing spectacles. Unless you were very short-sighted going into perimenopause, there's a chance that you've had to start wearing either bifocals or, in my case, varied focals. How old do I sound? But there's a chance that you've had to start wearing glasses as well. So all of those things can add up to make you feel just a little bit less coordinated than before. So what can you do? Well, you can support the brain-body communication. I talked about periclarity before, but lion's mane is one of the main ingredients in periclarity, can support nerve growth and communication between brain and muscles. Vitamin B complex is vital for nerve health and cognitive function. I will link all these below, by the way. Omega-3 or vegan omega, same as I was talking about before, support brain structure and reaction time. Magnesium complex helps regulate muscle function and reduce tension. Okay, those are all really good supplements, very, very good for your brain in perimenopause. Those 4, I'll link them below. Amazing. Okay, also keep moving. Gentle exercises that involve balance and coordination, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, or even dancing, they can really help you retain your brain body connection. Really important. Okay, also reduce distractions for the ADHD brain. Pretty tricky, but clumsiness can be made worse by brain fog and split attention, which is different from ADHD. Okay, what do I mean? Like, don't walk and talk on the phone. Okay, slow down when carrying things. If you've got to carry things, so I have, sounds probably a bit weird, but my office where I do my coaching is in one building, this building, and then our lifestyle brand is in another building. I used to constantly carry and juggle things between the 2 buildings. Now I just throw it all in a bag. It sounds very simple, but it saved me from, like, I used to constantly fall and trip on the stairs because I was juggling things. And because I was juggling things, it used to make me trip. Bung it in a bag. Like, I've constantly got like tote bags and just general, like, my brain, now I've got brain fog. I can't think of the word. Just tote bags in general. Okay, they're really, really easy, and you just fold them up and put them in things. Just don't carry things that you don't need to carry. You can just pop them in a bag, and it just saves you from tripping. Just try not, women are biologically better at multitasking than men, but I beg of you, it doesn't mean that we should. And especially in perimenopause, get out of the habit. Reduce distractions, close your browsers, allow your brain to get into the flow. My background is in psychology, as you know. I'm a big believer in positive psychology. One of the cornerstones of positive psychology is the concept of flow, allowing your brain to get into this beautiful state where you concentrate on one thing and you allow your brain. It's the most pleasurable state your brain can be in. It's not numbing out on things like TV or scrolling on social media. It's allowing your brain to focus on a task where it's slightly challenged and it can get completely absorbed in a task. Okay, that's pleasurable for your brain. But trying to multitask all the time, not good for your brain. Your brain gets really kind of like overwhelmed by it. And when we get overwhelmed in perimenopause, this is a real chance for clumsiness to jump in there. Okay, give yourself space to move. Give yourself time to do things. Don't be in a hurry too often. Give yourself just a bit of extra time to do stuff, and it will massively reduce the clumsiness and overwhelm. Also, prioritize sleep and stress support. Cortisol is not your friend in perimenopause. It's never your friend massively. It helps you to wake up in the mornings, but it's not your friend in perimenopause. Help yourself by reducing the cortisol. Okay, call it an 8-minute reset when I'm talking to my clients, but take time out in the day. Help yourself to reduce stress. Your coordination improves when your nervous system is well rested and regulated. If clumsiness is a bigger picture of feeling off, like off mentally or physically, this is something we work on inside Uncomplicate the Code. It's about bringing confidence in your mind and body again and gives you back that steady, strong feeling in everyday life. If you want to talk to me about Uncomplicate the Code, if you want to talk to me about my coaching one-to-one, you can see upcoming events or book a discovery call in the links below in this video. Okay? Clumsiness in perimenopause is frustrating, but it's not permanent, and it's not a sign that you're falling apart, believe me. It's simply your body adjusting, and with the right support, you can feel grounded and steady again. I'm sending you love today, my darling, and I will see you soon for another symptom. I know it's a lot, but together we will explain them all and we will get through them all. So I'll see you soon for symptom number 7, my darling. Take care.